Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you, making a video on Sting's upcoming, I don't know what to call it. Something's going to be going down on Monday. Basically, Tuesday morning, I was sitting here. I was just reading things on Twitter, and all of a sudden, I'm marking out. I'm going crazy. Sting uploads a picture that looked like, honestly, just a black box. That when you just sort of looked at the picture, all of a sudden, his face started popping out of it. You started seeing more dimensions of his face. The longer you sort of looked at it, your eyes sort of settled in and saw his face looking back at you out of the abyss. Which is sort of what it's been like, for the past, good little while. He's been, out of TNA. His name has popped up so many times, with people saying that he's going to be wrestling at WrestleMania 30. He'll be debuting the Raw after WrestleMania 30. It's come and gone, and we haven't seen Sting every, week. It seems like we see some sort of a news story popping up on a dirt sheet saying Sting's going to sign his Legends deal. It's coming. We've heard news that Sting has an upcoming, WWE DVD release down the road where it's going to be a sort of like a greatest hits style of matches with an upcoming documentary down the road. Honestly, when it comes to me, I think that get that documentary on that first set. I know that, like when you look at a guy like Shawn Michaels, who's got, thousands of great matches. Shawn doesn't have a real sort of, greatest hits. Like, this is it. Get this, and you have the best of Shawn, because it seems like they came up with a best of Shawn DVD almost every other year with Heartbreak and Triumph. You've got My Journey. You have Boyhood Dream. You've got The Vault. I think he's got another one somewhere in there along the way. And it sort of seems like they just sporadically put matches throughout his career, never really saying, like, this is it. I mean, like, Sting, if you're going to have the greatest hits and you're going to have that set, put the documentary on there. If you want to come back with a Sting Volume 2 and sort of rake in some more of that Sting cash, do that. But make sure that first one is the one that you have to have as a Sting fan, even as a WCW fan. Everyone sees how well these things sell. They've come out with best of WCW pay-per-views. They've got 2 WCW Nitros. You've got the upcoming Great American Bash. They've got the Starrcade DVD. You've got, you can go back to the Monday Night Wars DVD. You've got the, something about WCW, Death of WCW, whatever that one was called. Get us the best Sting thing. But I don't know. I'm really hoping that it's just, we get to see Sting on TV. Even if he is just coming back to plug the Great American Bash DVD, I think that wrestling needs a real big kick in the pants. And I don't think Sting is the answer to what's going down in wrestling. I'm not saying that wrestling's stale, wrestling's boring. But we're just sort of set in this, month of nobody really cares about Battleground. Nothing really spectacular is going down. Nobody really believes that Seth Rollins is going to be cashing in the Money in the Bank. Everybody sort of sees that, the Seth Rollins having the briefcase is sort of, trying to, get him up the ranks as people looking at him as the guy that could be a main eventer in WWE. Nobody's really looking forward to him, cashing in next week. You've got the 4-way match, which should be a good match at Battleground with John Cena, Roman Reigns, Kane, and Randy Orton. We're going to have a really good undercard match with Seth Rollins against Dean Ambrose. And everything else on the pay-per-view is just sort of, let's just get to SummerSlam. Let's get the John Cena, let's get the Brock Lesnar match, and we'll let the chips fall from there. But Cena versus Brock is a dream match that people want to see. They want to see a rematch from 2 years ago at Extreme Rules. This should be a really, really good match. I'm not really sold. When I made that first video on Tuesday, that was like, I think I made that video within, 5 minutes of reading those tweets. I was really in mark out mode. I read those tweets. I said, "Where's my pants? I gotta put my pants on. I gotta make a video." I thought that maybe I might be late for work. I started uploading that video around 5 minutes from the time that I normally leave for work. So I was in panic mode. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there because, I said with my last Sting video where I was standing in the river where they said, he's going to sign his deal, he's going to sign that Legends deal, that I was like, I'm sick and tired of this. Get it over with. It just seems like once a week, you know, the dirt sheets know they could upload a link and everybody's gonna click on it and read a story of, well, we don't really know about Sting. You know, he's not really, WWE's not really, you know, hard pressing to sign him at this time. They don't really know what they're going to do with him. Sting maybe doesn't know if he wants to sign this deal. It's stupid. Sting, put your name on the piece of paper. You know, with Taker losing at last year's WrestleMania, if you do Taker versus Sting, I think that it will have some appeal, but definitely any Undertaker match has lost a lot of appeal. Sting doesn't really have anybody in WWE that I'm really like hard pressing. I need to see this match. I remember last year they had a thought of doing Goldberg versus Ryback. That's a match that honestly sort of makes sense using a WCW guy against a guy from today. I don't see anybody in WWE that I'm like, I need to see him have this match. Taker versus Sting is the one match that's there, and honestly, it lost a lot of its appeal with them having Brock beat him at WrestleMania last year. I do think that Sting sort of has some appeal that he can bring to the table. He definitely could push that Oh My God disc that's coming out later this year. He definitely could help push that Great American Bash that he's on the cover of, or anything else that pops up along the way. Definitely, there's 1,000 things that he could host on the network. They could make some specials, Best of WCW. He could really help with that Best of the Monday Night Wars that comes out in August. That's what I'm really looking forward to. But that first time that Sting shows up on WWE, whether if it's on Raw or it's on SmackDown or on a pay-per-view, definitely is going to be an historic moment. You saw how everybody went crazy for the first time he was on the WWE Network when he did that sort of 30-second story about Ultimate Warrior blending up orange juice and tuna to make like a smoothie where he got all of his protein out of the way for the day. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think that Sting really could be a kick in the pants to WWE right now, and hopefully, you know, give it that 1 week boost that make people, you know, have their eyes on what's going down. I know I have one guy at work who's really looking forward to seeing Sting, and he said he's gonna have my head if Sting's on Raw on Monday. But I'm telling him, he missed the debut, or not. He missed The Rock's return. You know, you don't want to miss somebody like Sting debuting in WWE. That's definitely going to be a moment that they're not just going to have him walk out of the back with no face paints and just grab a mic and say, hey, buy the DVD. I can see them doing the whole ordeal with the lightning and the black and the white flashing. He's definitely going to have the face painted, unlike TNA where, you know, he came out there in the t-shirt and just sort of, you know, was just going through the motions. WWE's going to make it a big ordeal, knowing that it's something that people want to remember for the rest of our lives. So, Stinger, if you're going to be on Raw on Monday, I'll be watching. I got my fingers crossed. I'm not the biggest fan of yours. I know we didn't really have a long conversation when we met. I just sort of shook your hand, posed for the picture, and moved on. But I'm looking forward to you making a splash on WWE Monday Night Raw. I think that you really could. I hope that it's going to happen. I hope that it's not just, you know, buy the DVD, buy the video game, and peace out. It's not going to have the same ordeal. Brock Lesnar made a video game commercial for SmackDown vs. Raw when he was still in UFC. And for somehow, just a Brock commercial made me buy the game that year. I can't remember what year that was. But whatever the first game that had Brock Lesnar in it for WWE, I really marked out for that. But Stinger, I hope you're debuting on Monday. 7/14/14. Peace out, everybody.